Hello there, Even, you little monster.
Royam.
You come here into a town full of strangers, and the first thing you do is destroy my beautiful moon. Oh, Even, you've made me very angry.
Look, if you'll just give me the eyes,
These eyes? You want me to give them to you? I'm not giving you anything, child.
But you promised! When I gave you rhymes, you said I earned them. And
Oh, you have earned something. Take a deep breath, Even, because it's the last thing you'll ever take from anyone.
Foolish little girl, you're going to lose because I rhyme tight when I follow my personified force of creativity. I was going to say that. Quiet! Stop robbing me of my rhymes before I get to them. Only I may ride this lyrical flow, got it? Crusher! I hope people won't think you're too shoddy when they discover that you are dead.
Body! You're embarrassing yourself! Dicey Dad!
Time to rhyme battle. I hope your loved ones are ready to cry, because in a few moments you're going to... Dang it, that is good! my robots will reduce your skin to gelatin, leaving nothing but a gleaming white,
Bad rhymes were deadly. Give the invincible rhyme.
Let's see how you handle this one. You thought you were a knight, but you're a knave, and I'm gonna send you to an early death hole. I was getting there. I was gonna get there in 1 second. I'll try to not let it go to my head that I am the reason you'll soon be rested.
Dead! How are you so bad at this?
This is the rhyme that's going to end your time here in Random. My parents wanted me to be a goat herder, but I'd much rather be an even, Silence! I was going to think of that eventually. I won't go back. I can't go back. It's not fair.
Back you go, my friend.
The colossal and terrifying upside-down mayor was now stored inside a different and nicer mayor's head. Even and Dicey had done an excellent job, and I was doing an excellent job narrating it. Not that they'd ever realize. Even was learning the world was even stranger and more threatening than in the stories her mother told her. But she was also learning that she didn't have to face it completely alone. Now, all Even and Dicey had to do was return the eyes to Seymour. With his vision restored, he'd be able to give Dicey his third pip, which would be all they needed to open that infernal, mysterious gate to Three Town. They'd made it. Even and Dicey had survived. And what's more, defeated Royam, the dark side of the mayor. But the journey was far from over. Sorry, I'll be quiet now. I just get so carried away sometimes. It's just so exciting being a storyteller. Okay. Now, I'll be quiet.
It is good to be whole once again. Because he's a part of me. If you cut off a limb, you'd want it back too, wouldn't you? Furthermore, I think I've learned mediocre poetry. Thank you for your help, Even. Without him, I'm not the same, but with him, I'm accomplished. He says hello, by the way, Even. He says he hopes to see you again, very soon. It's been a very strange time for us here too, Even. But in saving us, you become an inextricable part of that. Wherever you go, a small part of Two Town now goes with you. And strange is good. We move forward as a united city. There's more than one path ahead of us. But the people of this great town have always been good at dealing with multiplicity. Goodbye, Even. You will always have my thanks.
And so, Even went to give Seymour his eyes back. I'm positive he was dying to make eye contact with his pupils once again. Wait a minute. Oh dear. These are terrible. I'll edit them out later.
Good luck, Dice Wielder. And you too, little Dice.
Hey, what happened? I heard a ruckus.
Long story. But I've got your eyes, Seymour.
Oh, my peepers and weepers. Oh, I've missed you so much. Much better. And as for those pips, if you don't mind, it just takes a little precision, the utmost finesse, and... Done. Good as new, little buddy. Hey, my pleasure. Thank you for helping me properly see again. I mean, I suppose I could. There is room for more. All over Random there are mythical creatures hiding from the clutches of the Queen. Difficult to find, but they may have some. Keep your eyes peeled, and senses even sharper, even. Oh, and remember, all this dice business? Shh, it's our secret. So, what are you gonna do now? I know you'll find her, Even. You found my eyes, and they're probably way smaller than your sister, right? So, there you have it. Well, I wish you well on your next adventure. And if I could give you some semi-solicited advice. Every roll of the dice matters, but not every roll counts. Anytime. Bye, Even. I'll miss you, but I'm sure we'll see each other again in far-off places.
Well, have you gotten the ingredients yet?
I need all of them. He means I need all of them.
Words for sale. Who wants to buy a word?
That's a spiffy nice costume, kid. My grandmother told me about him.
But I didn't do anything to my twin. How did you? It was a moment of weakness. I didn't think it through. It's awful in the Upside Down town, and I just knew I'd hate it there. And Big Red is so easy to trick because she's me. We're the same person, born into two different bodies. I'm so ashamed. She's got the best parts of the two of us. She's so important to me, and I sold her out. Please, can you help her? I know I've already asked so much, but... That's it exactly. You did? Now she's going to kill me! And I'm grateful that you gave her back the freedom to do so. You've let me take back the greatest mistake of my life. And I know my relationship with Big Red will never be the same. But at least now I have a chance to fix it. I wouldn't have that without you. Thank you, even. And here, for luck better than mine.
Oh, cool dance costume, kid.
Restaurant! Straight out of the tube. That's dinner for two.
Get your food here. I've only hit dice described to you, kid, but that cost
I got a 50% off sale. That's twice as cheap as normal. My stock is twice as good as the competition. They've recently made their stock twice as good. So, mine is twice as good.
Il boje don't dabei. More party painting.
Get your pre-chewed food here, smooth and silky.
Seller Street Socks. Get your socks here.
Oi, kid! You want crispy twins? Kids love crispy twins.
I'm sorry. I'm on break now, and Smokey only gets a little time to consider.
I've got a card up my sleeve, in my chest, up my nose, up me... well, everywhere. Let's trade.
It seemed to even that there were two sides to every story, especially here in Two Town, where even the residents seemed to be of two minds.
Good morning, world! It's a beautiful day! My favorite kind!
Any second now. Oh, curse it too. Though I suppose you can't have the sweet without the sour. Attention to town. Now hear this.
The Queen is rolled or I repeat, the Queen is rolled
Her will is now manifest. Long may she reign. Random rules.
Oh, a two! What a delightful...
Way to make a perfectly awful day even worse. Another dreary day, everyone. Just muddle through this horrid life until death finally claims us.
And spiders for sale! And pet scorpions too! Those are the two best pets to have, so they're the only ones on carry.
Shroud! Get your fresh shroud! Straight out of the tube! That's dinner for two!
I got words for sale here. Choice words. Pluvious.
You have the ingredients! Brilliant! That's all I need. Please, pass them over. Remember, you did say you'd give them to me. Thank you! Oh, thank you! Oh, just need to mix them together and down the hatch. Ah. Okay. I feel strange. Whoa! Oh, this is intense! Perfect! It's just me! For the first time, it's just me! Thank you for this. Let me give you something in exchange for all of this. It's my partner's personality, distilled down to its purest essence. I hope it treats you well. You know what? By the cards, I think I'm actually going to miss him. It's so quiet without him in my head. I may actually miss him already. He'd say that's only logical. Isn't that funny? It's funny, isn't it?
A long way from home, about to enter the land of three. Who knew what adventures awaited her there? The answer is me. I do. I'm the narrator. But for Even and Dicey, the adventure was just beginning. And Even's sister was still out there, somewhere, lost in random.
Home, I guess.
Don't touch that!
You mustn't ever touch that odd. Ever. Never touch it again. I have it because I desire it, Odd. You're 12. There are things you don't understand yet. Anyway, forget it. Because I have something for you, Odd. Something special. No, you can't have anything. But you can earn it. Go on, try it. I had it made just for you.
Above even was one of the Queen's royal spiders, the kind that had taken away Odd on that terrifying night. They were the collectors of children who were to become Sixers.
Come on, Dicey! We can't let it get away! Hurry! She's in our sights! Not today, spider monster! You! Oh, wait! Wait! Did you see those robots? What do you mean you've seen bigger?
I always knew I was a Sixer at heart. I knew! I'll do all sorts of important work for the Queen, while Bernard mops the floor.
Hey! Where is Bernie?
Bernard is gone!
A Sixer child is missing! I repeat, a Sixer is missing. I can be rewarded and controlled by the grace of the Queen.
Look! It's Bernie! From back home! Of course we should help him. He'll be eaten alive out here.
The spider seemed impossible to get into at the moment. Oh, but perhaps Bernie would know how to get to her sister. Even knew...
Come on! We've got to find him!
Oh, yes, yes. Time was of the essence. I was done anyway. Freedom was a district tearing itself apart in a three-way civil war. A murdered father, 3 siblings, each suspecting the other of the deed. And a giant battle droid, given to each by the Queen to settle the matter.
Card up my sleeve, in my chest, up my nose, up me... well, everywhere. Let's try. Oh, hello. You've made it to 3-Town, have you? Be careful here. Those triplets don't mess around. But then again, that just gives you 3 good reasons to buy some cards, eh? I could ask you the same thing. But now we're both here, and that means one thing. Let's trade cards! Let me answer that question with a question. Who could possibly dwell on the past when we've got cards in the present? So, let's trade, shall we?
I'm noble, you understand. Heck, most of us here are.
What was I talking about?
This bell belonged to my family, don't you know? It still does, I suppose. It has. I'm noble, you understand. Heck, most of us here are. I suppose it is. I don't know any other way to live, you understand. It belonged to the triplets, and before then it belonged to the Lord our King of Freedom, before his murder. Just so. But I'm a distant relative, far enough to stand outside the daily battles and to not choose a side. You know, I have another distant relative, a cousin of mine, that I haven't heard from in some time. Not since this cursed Civil War started. Last I heard, she was in the Duke's garden, playing nobility, eating cakes, I suppose. If I could see her again, I'd tell her that I miss her, that's all. It's silly, but you never think of the people you care about until they're no longer in your life. And it would do my heart good to know that she knows I do miss her. But it's too dangerous for me to go stumbling around a battlefield. Please excuse me.
Protect the king! Protect the king! He's in danger! We have to...
Why'd you ask, stranger? What's your motivation in all of this? Oh, how heartbreaking for you. How tragic, you poor child. Oh, heavens no. That sort of thing wouldn't interest me at all. Good grief, spying on people. I make a point of not remembering anyone I see in public. Privacy is very important to me, you understand. What with that paranoid count demanding full reports of everything everyone does every day and all. I promise it, stranger.
Find them! Let none who attack the king...
Fascinating, fascinating.
Where was I?
Greetings. I'm doing a survey for the Upper Class Gazette. Do you have a moment? Splendid, splendid. I have only one question. Who do you think started this war, turning our lord, their father's castle, into a battlefield? Surely you know the story of the three siblings. Oh, what fun! Yes, let's. So, since you're hearing this for the first time, let me tell you about the three siblings involved. There's the paranoid Count up in High Bet Haven to the west. The soft and coddled Duke living in Fogwash Garden to the north. And the duty-bound and tough-as-heck Baroness living out east on Wildcard Hill. Who do you think did it? Who do you think killed their father and started this bloody civil war? None of them? None of them? Oh, I've never heard such an opinion before. It's bold. It's direct. It's quite possibly insane. I'll write it down right here in my survey.
Protect the king! Protect the king! He's in danger! We have to... The attack has begun! The king must be saved! What? Identify yourself, stranger! I am Nishka, and I used to protect somebody important, I think. A ruler, maybe? Before the war. Oh, Even, you sweet child. You can't keep clinging to the past. The king's dead and gone now for years, don't you remember? What? How did you know my name? A lucky guess. About what? What were you guessing about? The king! Protect the king from danger! Oh boy, I can't wait to get back home. But I can't get back home without knowing the way. Or can I? Oh, hey, mister. Do you know the way to one... oh, wow. You want a hug? Okay.
Wow, it's pretty cold in here, and dark, too.
Alive? I thought I saw one running around here recently. A young lad, boxy clothing. Can't rightly say, unfortunately. But you'd better find him quick, before the Shadow Man does. Everyone knows about the Shadow Man, child. Especially children out all alone.
Kids never run around here unsupervised. That's what the Shadow Man ensures. All I know is that if a kid's missing, the Shadow Man's probably got him. As well they should. You shouldn't be afraid, child.
Leave me alone. I'm busy. Everything's important to someone. If there's a kid running around unattended, the Shadow Man probably has him by now. Oh, you really are in over your head. Oh, you are clever, but I don't know him. Nobody does. If you stay a spell,
All Modron Took can tell you about him. The Shadow Man. He was born in the time of the first nightmare, and he lives on to this day. But not like you or I. He lives in the walls of Mulgrow Alley. And he can always see you, but you can only see him when it's dark. Snuff out the lights in Mulgrow Alley, and you'll find him there, waiting. But be warned, child. It may be the last thing you see. If he were merely a ghost, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Goodbye. I do not think we will see each other again.
You want to know about the Shadow Man. You want to know about the Shadow Man. The Shadow Man comes when night eats day. He'll come and take your child away. And you might cry, and you might pray. But the Shadow Man comes when night eats day. He don't like shine, and he don't like sun. He'll come out the walls when the daylight's done. Snuff out Muddy Grow Alley's lights, then you best run, for the last night of the Shadow Man has begun. Sounds to me like you're fixin' to go see him. I wouldn't thank me just yet.
Dicey, over there!
Even suddenly felt like she was being watched. And to tell you the truth, I did too.
Are you the Shadow Man?
Oh, I have many names, little one.
Okay, fair enough. Have you seen a little boy? About yay high?
Let me think. This one?
Oh, wow, even is that you? I'm so glad to see you. Can you believe that I'm stuck?
Let him out!
He's mine now. I won't be letting him go. I believe you'd call that leverage. You'd think you'd know not to insult someone who's holding all the cards. Or in this case, children. Besides, you don't have what I need. Nothing you have, child. And I suspect nothing you can bring me. That remains to be seen. But perhaps you're right. I want the same thing all of us want here. Peace. I want the triplets' war to end. Oh, I'm not. I'm the creature that moves in the dark type. But people only truly fear things that move in the dark during peace. During war, they are surrounded by greater threats all day long. And so nobody fears the Shadow Man anymore. Life is the greater horror. And they have overindulged, forgotten me. If you want me to give you Bernard, then I want you to change that. I don't care how. I don't care about anything even, except being feared by everyone again. I've watched you. I know you're a dice wielder. Silence! Don't insult me with your bloody lies. They may work on the living, but you can't deceive the Shadow Man. You alone carry the power to affect the arenas and those giant robots. Figure it out, or you will never see your precious Bernard or any other child I choose to take again. Without peace, there will be no boy, no hope, and you will never see your sister again. For you, there are currently more important questions at stake. Go, even. Bernie's fate rests on your tiny shoulders, and my hunger won't be held at bay forever.
To save Bernard from the wretched Shadow Man, Even had to end Threedom's civil war. It was a hard task, an impossible task, but she wasn't going to let her friend die. The first thing she needed was information. Perhaps some of the locals would be willing to share what they knew.
That poor woman, completely mad.
Have you seen Nishka?
Assassins! Save him!
You, I remember you. We've spoken before, haven't we? No, I don't remember much, and I'm sorry, what did you want? Oh, with the children. The 3 children. Well, something happened. There were sounds from his chambers. Was someone with him? I was his bodyguard, and I ran to look, and he was supposed to be sleeping, but... I'm sorry, it was such a shame, such a... I'm sorry, I forgot what we were talking about. Hello? Do I know you? I'm sorry. I'm afraid that these days I don't remember things as well as I used to. I have moments where I can see things so clearly, and then... poof. but there have been times where an object reminds me of things, holding an important artifact that reminds me of a person or an event. That could bring it all back. Can you find these objects for me? One for each triplet. That could bring it all back. Oh, and if you could find the murder weapon that killed the king, I could remember that too. I feel certain of it. I'm sorry, find what? What were we talking about? Oh, if only I could remember. That platform reminds me. I'm supposed to warn travelers about something. I'm supposed to say something very, very important. Oh well, it's probably fine, and we should all stop worrying about it.
Seeing the ease at which Dicey affected the world, Even was surprised to find herself feeling a little bit frightened of him. How could someone so small and innocent contain so much untamed power? And now, Even suddenly felt like she had the world on her shoulders. Could she solve the mystery of the king's murder?
It's the Count! Ladies and gentlemen, the Count has won the roll!
The only thing I can't predict are the rolls of the Queen's dark dice, but everything else I know. Hi there, I'm Tea-Time Tootsie. I used to be our late king's master planner. Hey, we don't choose our names, our parents did. Oh, well, the Nanny Fortuna renamed me after my, previous master was murdered. I hear she likes tea. Every day I watch the battles and come up with the most thrilling stratagems for the next day. The only thing I can't predict are the rolls of the Queen's dark dice, but everything else I know. Observation, my dear girl, which leads to knowledge. Knowledge, to coin a phrase, is power. I just invented that saying right now. Here, let me give you an example. Every day the dice is rolled, and every day one of the Colossuses moves. Everyone noticed.
But what everyone else has failed to notice is how the winning Colossus brings most of the robots he commands with it, and that leaves the area behind safer to traverse. Do any of the triples use this information? Perhaps attacking from behind on the day the dice favors them? No, only I see it. By the order of Nane Fortuna, I am not to work for either of them, although I would be interested in learning more about the triplets for observational purposes only. Tell you what, if you meet them, come back here and describe them to me. There'd be a reward in it for you.
Life never goes the way you expect, does it? All the way. Hey, kid. You want to hear a story? Oh, good. You're showing an old soldier a kindness, kid. There's a saying in Freetown, bad luck comes in threes. Well, it was right. I was there in the first battle, the first time the triplets fought. Right after the king died, it was savage. The triplets, I didn't hold anything back. It was as fierce and as destructive as the dice maker's own fury. And when it was over, well, that's just it, isn't it? It never ended. We're still fighting those same battles every day. And me, I'm just about out of fight. Life never goes the way you expect, does it? All at the whim of a dice roll. Everyone's looking for someone here. Me? I'm looking for my brother Henry. Lost him somewhere in the Duke's territory, or running away from the machines. I'm sure he's alive, though. I see him in my dreams, though he doesn't see me. Stay safe out there, kid.
Deals here. Get your deals here. My sleeve, in my chest.